Claudia Aparicio is the director of Fundación Telefónica Colombia. Fundación Telefónica, it has been already introduced before, but channels the social, cultural activities and educational programs of all companies from the Telefónica Group in the 13 countries where it operates. Claudia decided to commit her career as a lawyer to social matters, and she specialized in human rights and humanitarian assistance. And therefore, her perspective about mobile learning focuses on the social and human dimension rather than on the technological one. And in this sense, the projects she has been promoting in Fundación Telefónica Colombia try to build on real educational needs of the social groups and context in which they have been developed. Today, she will share with us her experience based on this approach. And the title of the demo she's presenting is Requirements and Opportunities for the Development of Mobile Learning Strategy in Emergent Countries.
Thank you very much. So it's a pleasure to be here with you. I really learned a lot of things staying here with you, and I hope you will enjoy the time we will spend together too. Just before I start, let me do a quick introduction about what Telefónica Foundation is, because Marianne told you a little bit about EducaRed, but I think it's important to say that we have three main activities there. So we are working in our website, educared.org. We work in training teachers too, and we work in the promotion of critical debate around education, use of ICT. So EducaRed is focused on teachers, but we also work with families, schools, and students. And since 2007, we have been working in mobile technologies too. This presentation is the result of our continuous work in this field. I will emphasize in the basic condition according of our understanding needed to take advantage of a mobile phone as an educational tool. So there are a few cases of mobile learning in Telefónica in Latin America, but I'm going to talk just about one related with Colombia. So this presentation have three parts. We are going to talk about past, present, and future. And let's start with past. So what have we learned? And we're going to talk about past, present, and future. So I'm going to make a confession, because when we began this project, we just want to take advantage about Movistar capacity. So we decided to adapt some of our contents and services into the mobile environment without thinking about it carefully. So the first stage consists of the launching of a free mobile messages club for teachers, which gave relevant information for teachers through text messages. That was a very simple tool. And then we assume that we need to create a platform, a web platform, that it was a web version of our website. And in order to increase the subscription of our community, we create a platform called Libro Vivo, Live Book, which is the opposite of the South African case, because we promote writing and they promote reading. So the idea of this platform was facilitate the collective construction of stories based on text and internet messages sent by multiple participants. So in 2008, we have 900 subscribers in this community that view 2,000 pages in our website. Next year, we have in Christmas 2009, we have 20% less member in that community that view 7 times more page that compared with 2008. So it was very interesting, and at the end of 2009, we have had 500 subscribers in our community in live book, and they create 28 stories. So maybe we can share a little bit to make a more complex application. And that is very important because in 2009, each teacher visited the website almost 2 times per month in average. So that's the most important achievement of our project, because we were able to increase the teachers' positive attitude toward ICT. And that is a great change for us. It's very simple, but it's very important for us. So what have we learned? And we learned a lot of things. So we learned that first contact should be personal, because subscriptions are not automatically. So we need to visit the school, talk with them, explain how it works, and this is very difficult and it is expensive too. And teachers need training to do everything in the mobile phone. It's necessary to use both. So we are not talking about mobile learning project, we are talking about mixed project using mobile and broadband access. And SMS for us means news, and web means tools all the time. So for example, in the website, they have a dictionary where they can access to information about the dictionary or about tips or something very small. And that was our first experience. And where are we today? So when we're thinking about that, our first experience, we discovered that context, and when I'm talking about context, I'm talking about use and infrastructure. It's necessary for a better understanding of needs we pretend resolve using technology in educational field. And maybe we are looking for some cases here that are in one or in the other hand. So let me talk you a little bit about that. And there are several successful cases in communities which have a low degree of development, which use basic tools like SMS, and the emphasis has been maybe sometimes sanitary campaigns or reducing cost of communication by the using of basic tools like SMS. In the other hand, we have found developed communities that use advanced services in closed communities like universities where technology is ubiquitous. But in Latin America, we are in the middle. And let me explain you a little bit why. For us, the relationship between use and infrastructure define the impact of any ICT initiative, especially if you are talking about mobile learning. In Latin America, we are in front in a big challenge in terms of equity and poverty, because we are in a continent where we found the worst relation between poverty and equity. So it's very real for us, and that is very important to develop a mobile learning strategy. So let me talk to you a little bit about my country and my continent. And this is just some numbers of Colombia, but let me talk you that we are a middle income country. We have $8,200 annual income per capita. However, we have also 49% of people who is below the poverty line. So in the schools environment, we have 85% of public schools have computers and internet access, and mobile market penetration is 90%. So we have 1 computer per 21 students, so it's not bad, it's acceptable. But in the other hand, when we talk about teachers, we can find that the month income for a teacher is $600 per month. So it's very, very low. And government has been doing a big effort in infrastructure and training teachers, but teachers in learning use is still low. And that's because perhaps they don't have a computer, neither broadband in their homes. So we are in front of a big challenge in terms of access to teachers. So as a conclusion, in public education, we are in front of a strong disruption within public school having an acceptable level of infrastructure and teachers who have very low access to ICT in their everyday life. That's our challenge. I told you that we work with teachers most part of time, so we focus on them, and that's the problem we try to resolve. So what's the future? What are we thinking about? And we think that we start working in a new stage of our project the last quarter of 2009. Because having created a small community, our new goal was to make a bigger and relevant community for its current members, teachers in basic and primary education. And first question we need to answer was, what could be the impact of using mobile technology? And the answer is complex, but because most part of time when we talk about learning, we talk about quality. But in our case, we are not talking about quality. We have a big task to do before to talk about quality. So we strongly believe that we need focus to increase readiness technologies in teachers, and we are expecting to use mobile phone to improve more and more the use of technologies in teachers, and teaching them the pedagogical use of each tool to improving their attitude towards ICT and the performance quality in a direct way. And so we decide to use mobile learning because as in other countries in Latin America, Colombia have 90% of broadband access, mobile access. That's the only way we can work with teachers. They don't have a computer, they don't have a broadband, but they have a mobile device. So we decided to conduct a survey. Now we are a kind of department of marketing, and we discovered that teachers were familiarized with mobile technology. And let me talk you a little bit about some example. In Colombia, most part of teachers have 1 or 2 mobile phones, because 71% of them pay as you go, so they have prepaid plan. So if they want to talk with anybody who's been a subscriber of Movistar, they use one phone. Say if they want to call anybody else, they use the other one. So they just have access to voice services, and that's not enough. So they don't know how to use the phone as a pedagogical tool, and they don't have the right service, and they don't have the right phone. So it's a very, very, very big challenge for us. So we found that if we want to start up a sustainable project, we need teachers have to real access to the technology service, and that's the reason why we decide to promote a mobile plan designed exclusively for teachers. We are an NGO. We try to convince Movistar to do that. That's not easy. Even if we are part of the same company, it's not easy. So in order to allow teachers to have access to the benefits of mobile technology, we conclude that we should have a business partner and offer an accessible plan for them. So during 2010, Nokia and Telefonica, and that's the reason why Natalia Riquelme is here, and we have been working in a special product for teachers that consider their personal and their professional and their financial requirements, their level of technology literacy, as well as some of the social challenges in education. And with this unique offer, we have reduced the cost of the offer in 20%. So we lower the economical barrier. And once the product has been launched, we conclude that we need to do a focus group with teachers to understand if that works. So we test the offer in terms of price, equipment, usability, and the result of this test were the main educational usage of mobile technologies are taking pictures, are using internet tethering as a modem, use a mobile phone as a modem, downloading videos and multimedia content, using the mobile phone as USB. For them, that is very important, but they don't know how to use the mobile phone as a pedagogical tool. So it's critical to improve the capacities of members in these communities to use that tools. So we are working in providing tutorials in mobile literacy across the website. And teachers don't understand neither the technology language used by telecommunication companies. So they need a specific way to communication with them. Now we have a profile in our website. We can know who is each teacher, and we have a personalized list in our SMS club. And teachers interested are related with to belong a community. They are not interested in contents. They want to share and participate and create things. And that's important because most part of time we think on contents and we think in basic tools, but they want to make part of something. We believe that teachers must be producer, not consumer, because I talk you about a sustainable project. And when I'm talking about a sustainable project, I'm talking about the right offer and the production of contents, which is very expensive. So we are creating a web platform to do that. We hope try the Vanessa projects in Colombia too. So let me show you a little bit about that. So we are trying to transform this reality. We want to create a school teachers social network, and we have these three main components. So we are talking about an offer, we are talking about a right offer, and we are talking about tutorials in literacy. That is very important for us. And we have the three channels. We have the SMS to send news, to have a personal contact with teachers. We have the web version of our website. There is the place when you use the profile, and that's the way we can know how much teachers are using that our platform. And we have two microsites which purpose is to have a chat, communities of teachers, experience, and content. So we have a mixture between three aspects of that. And we will start in January, and our hypothesis is if we are able to achieve this, we will increase the mobile use in educational weight, and in consequence, the impact of ICT in education. So that's the story.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Are there some questions?
I might have skeptics, but what is the involvement in the design of the platform and of the whole project of the community itself, of the teachers and all the educational people?
A lot. we make a mistake, we try again. We have a company specialized into do marketing researching. So we work all the time with our community. We have a very big advantage because Educared have a very big community of teachers. They believe on us. So it's easy for us to connect with them and invite them to participate in the creation of this platform.
Thank you, Claudia. I just wanted to say well done, because it's, like many of us know, it's the teachers that are often a bottleneck to the mobile learning experience, and more just because they don't understand how to use it, or they're scared of it, or so this looks like a really innovative way to actually get teachers on board. So yeah, well done. I'll be watching it with interest. Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other comment or question?
Hi, I'm Lauren from the GSM Association. Just wanted to go to the point that you spoke about it being a sustainable project. You negotiated with the carrier to get a 20% discount, but how willing, I'm assuming the teachers were paying for this, and how willing were they to pay?
We make a focus group about that, and they are engaged with that project, so we are able to pay that. The budget now is right, and they found that is a good service for them, an innovative service for them. So we think it could be successful.
Okay, so you're funding it at the moment?
Yes.
The foundation is, but once the sort of project comes to an end, to carry on, the teachers will have to pay for the service?
No. We never pay the data services or the mobile device. They pay.
The teachers pay? They
Yes.
paid from the beginning? Okay.
Yes, from the beginning.
All right.
We are working in a project with Nokia, which name is Bridges IT in Chile.
Yeah.
And in this project, Nokia pay for it. But
Yeah.
that is a very, very, very expensive project. So we are looking for an intermediate solution.
Right. Okay, thank you.
No more questions.
Any other question?
What's the Steve again? What's the mobile data uptake in Colombia, as opposed to, in Africa? Each country is different in terms of mobile data infrastructure. So South Africa is strong, and Kenya, but we can't do our project in Mozambique. So what's Colombia and some of the other countries that you might be working in?
Colombia and most part of Latin America are in the same position. So we have an acceptable infrastructure in terms of mobile accessible. Even you can talk and you can have data services in everywhere. It's easy for people to connect in Colombia. Maybe Bolivia or I think Bolivia is the worst country in terms of technology, because we are not there. Data.
Data.
Contents.
Data.
Contents.
Yes,
Data.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about my pronunciation. No. Data services.
Any other question? Well, I'd like to make a question then. It's also related with context. In what sense you think that this project is specific, or specific for Colombia situation or Colombia conditions, but not regarding technology, but pedagogy or education? In which terms it's different from another context, you think?
As I told you before, this is not a quality, an improving quality of education. Colombia have a big challenge in terms of what? Okay, don't worry.
No, I was reading.
Colombia have a big challenge in terms of math and science attitudes.
Mm-hmm.
With Nokia, we are working on it. So with Bridges IT, we work providing content to teachers. We are working with Nokia and Pearson Foundation and other partners, and we are providing content, and in that case we can prove and test what are the results. In the other hand, the other project used more or just could measure the impact of readiness, but we can know the change of pedagogical technicals. And in the case of Chile, teachers download contents in science and math, very simple contents in audiovisual contents. So they use these contents to download those in class in some areas, rural areas, which broadband access is not accessible. So in that case, they have a very specific way to train teachers. They create a specific sheet of work with their teacher, then they use the contents in a specific way according to their needs.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Any other comment? The last one? Question? No? Then we will move to the lunch time. And I don't know, because we are a bit late, what time should be back here again?
Back here at 3 again. I hope it will be enough time to have a bite and then go around the block. It's a very nice area.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Claudia, again, and thank you, you too.